The morning arrived with a soft sort of brightness, the windows aglow in buttercup lightness. The cottage was quiet, but not for long. The day was about to stir. Roscoe came into the sitting room and stopped. The rug was dotted with toys from the day before. His monster truck was by the ramp. Books lay open, fanning out their pages, and a small trail of crayons had escaped their box and wandered under the table. "Bunnies," Roscoe called. "I think today might be a tidy-up sort of day." Berry peered around the doorframe, whiskers slightly a-quiver. "A big tidy," he said, "or a little one?" "A little one," said Roscoe. "Nothing that gives us too much a-doing of." That sounded manageable. Soon the bunnies gathered, and Gus the Whiskers fetched the wicker basket for stray toys, while Floyd opened the windows to let the meadow's sweet fresh air in. In came the sound of a chirruping blackbird and the soft whir of Mr. Bramblewick's lawnmower as he cut the grass in a nearby garden. Just then there was a knock at the door. Roscoe opened it to find Millie Moonbeam, her ears peeking out from under a floppy straw hat, her smile bright and curious. Beside her stood Pikelet, holding a pouch of marbles that clicked together softly as he gently swung it from his downy paw. "We were passing by," said Millie Moonbeam, "and wondered what you were doing." "We're tidying," said Berry. "Oh," said Millie Moonbeam, "I like tidying." Pikelet nodded, "especially when you make a game of it." Roscoe stepped aside. "Then you'd better come in." They all looked around the room together. The toys seemed to be waiting patiently. "I have an idea," said Roscoe. "Let's see if we can find things that don't belong where they're found. Who will find the silliest thing?" That set the bunnies off, noses twitching, eager to start. Berry found a woolen sock behind the armchair. That definitely did not belong there. Millie Moonbeam unearthed a pencil from under a terracotta pot. It was blunt as a fig. She'd sharpen it nicely later. Pikelet rolled a marble across the floor and watched it disappear under the sofa, only to reappear with a long-forgotten jigsaw piece. "Treasure," he declared. They did giggle. Then they were back to it. Soon the monster truck was parked neatly by its ramps. The books were stacked into tidy piles, and the crayons were coaxed back into their box. Pikelet sorted the marbles by colour, lining them up so they glimmered like tiny planets. Millie Moonbeam folded the blankets carefully, smoothing each one with her paws. "This feels nice," she said. "A Snuggleton-Cuddleton blanket." When everything had found its place, the room felt roomier with plenty of space. The polished floorboards showed off their whirly-swirl knots, and they shone with a pleasing bright shine. "Well done, bunnies," said Roscoe. "I think that calls for a rest." They settled at the table, sipping elderflower cordial through curly straws. Raider Biscuits had made some cress sandwiches which were a delight with their crisp and their crunch. From outside, the breeze came in and tickled the curtains. The blackbird was still singing, but just like the bunnies, Mr. Bramblewick had finished his chores. "What shall we do now?" asked Pikelet. Roscoe thought for a moment. "Nothing much," he said. "That can be quite enough." They sat together, chatting quietly about the books they'd been reading and the games they had been playing. The morning meandered along at its own leisurely pace. Before long, Millie Moonbeam and Pikelet gathered their things. "Thanks for letting us help," said Millie Moonbeam. "Any time," said Roscoe. When the door closed behind them, the cottage settled again. Roscoe looked around the room, everything in its place, and there was quiet satisfaction on his little bunny face. That evening, as the light faded and the lamps glowed low, the bunnies gathered once more. Friendship ears were held in downy paws, and the day felt pleasantly complete. All was snug, all was well. Night-night.